Okay, so I have absolutely no goddamn reason as to why that happened. So that's annoying. So yeah, because that literally just killed the entire freaking momentum the stream had going. So that's annoying. Cause like usually, and there's no one here yet, but I'll continue watching anyway. But usually, what will happen is that it shuts off, and then when I go ahead and try to go back to stream again, it'll say, "Do you want to continue the stream?" And then I'll do it. But for some reason this time, it just completely shut off. Like I don't that's annoying. So yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know why this keeps happening. I don't know if it's the freaking app that keeps shutting off like that or what. But like almost every freaking time I stream, that literally irritates the shit out of me. Like this shit always happens. I'm always like getting cut off or whatever. It is so annoying. So, yeah, I apologize for that. I don't know if it's goddamn Google or what, but like it's bullshit. That's the only thing I can say. Anyway, do I think I lost. Yeah, I honestly I lost the other questions because of this BS. So I don't really know where I was or what I was really talking about. So I'm gonna continue for another 30 minutes. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, this that just irritated me, dude. Like because again we had such a momentum with the stream and then it just cuts. So it's like whatever. Um. So. Hmm. Dan Stein says, "What would a Joker sequel be like?" I don't know. I like. I really because again, I haven't seen the first movie. I'm not really planning on seeing the first movie either, because it's not really something I'm interested in, to be honest. Because again, I'm not really interested in the DC cinematic universe or even the Marvel cinematic universe. Not a big fan of those. Like, not saying I don't like them, but not really, like the biggest fan. Like I'm not really all that into it. That's basically what I'm saying. Um, Imo Inuyasha says, "Can you believe that Disney is making a Jungle Book movie with Dwayne Johnson in it?" Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go. I guess it'll be interesting. I mean, I don't know. Gotta imagine how that will compare to Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Tower of Terror. Did they make a movie based on Tower of Terror? I don't think so, or maybe they did. I don't. Well, I just will check it out. I mean, well, not well. Look it up and see if they did. I don't remember. You know, Tower of Terror movie. Okay, I guess. Oh, I guess they did all the way back in 1997. I literally never knew that. Like, I'm not kidding. I never knew that. What the hell? Okay, that's insane. Um, uh, it seems well. I don't know. Was it a good movie? Tell me if it was a good movie or if it was a bad movie. Um, I didn't really watch any of the other movies. That's really. I mean, I watched a little bit of Pirates of the Caribbean, but wasn't one that I was really all that interested in. Never really watched Haunted Mansion, but I've heard it was a terrible rendition of the movie. Um, and again, never saw Tower of Terror, so it's interesting. So who knows how Jungle Cruise is going to be? It may be good, and it may not be good. I don't know. Just hopefully that movie doesn't really change the Oh yeah, Northwestern Railway 66. The comment that you just said, I'm gonna get to that 100% because I have opinions about that. So yeah, but anyway, I hope that the Jungle Cruise doesn't change too much about, the movie doesn't change too much about the attraction at Disneyland, because it is an enjoyable attraction. I hope they don't add like Dwayne Johnson, kind of like how they did with the Pirates of the Caribbean. Even though I barely really ride that ride anyways, I don't really care. But it is whatever. But anyway, let's continue here. Dan Stein says not a part of the DC cinematic universe. It's kind of its own thing. The Joker. Yeah, that's true. Um, wouldn't be, because he's not a superhero. He's more of a villain. But yeah, that's true. um, Leah Zeta, I guess. A picture from, I forgot what, Shimmer and Shine. I think that's the name of the show. I think that's the Avatar. Says, bad news. Nickelodeon is releasing a Baby Shark TV show. Yeah, first it was Ryan, now it's this. I am never watching them again. Uh, that's news I knew. And it's weird. It's definitely weird that they are doing. I mean, again, I kind of don't really care all that much about the Ryan's Adventures show. Like, people are really pissed at it. I personally don't care. I just kind of find it weird that we got a television show about a kid that has parents who buys him toys, and he unboxes them on television and plays with them. I find it weird, but I guess that's where the market is in terms of preschool shows now. I don't know. It's strange, but it's weird. And as for Baby Shark, what kind of what would it even be? Would it just be like a compilation of all their damn songs? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know, like, I guess the company who made that song Baby Shark has different songs, I think, with the sharks and the fox character, I think. But other than that, I don't know what the hell that would even be about. But clearly, Baby Shark is not dead anytime soon. And that scares me. I am so glad I do not have a baby brother, and I'm glad that I am not doing any babysitting for anybody, because if I had to sit through multiple hours of listening to Baby Shark, I would go insane. I know somebody, cousin of mine, I think, or one of my cousins, has I guess she has a friend that has a child, and she talks about how, like, almost every single morning the kid will get up and just put on blast Baby Shark every morning. I would go nuts if that were to be my mornings every single day. I would have been like, hell no, I can't do it. So it's crazy. Where was okay? Amy Asha says, yeah, I made a review of the Tower of Terror movie 2 years ago, I think. Oh, okay. So again, I never really knew that was a movie, so it's a complete shocker to me. Now, here's the comment I really want to talk about, because I've been seeing this on Nickelodeon. I've been seeing their commercials for it, and so here it is. Northwestern Railway 66 says, do you know Henry Danger has an episode recently, which hasn't aired yet, but it's a new episode coming up soon. I don't think it's aired yet, where Ray gets pregnant. Not kidding. Yeah. Ray apparently eats an alien seed or an alien egg, and he's pregnant with it. I don't know how anybody looked at that as a concept and says, that's totally hilarious. I have absolutely no idea how anyone can find something like that humorous. It's so cringy and just, oh god. It's just, the show's god awful, by the way, anyway. So, like, anything they do really doesn't matter, but it's just, oh my god. There's nothing about it that's remotely funny. It wasn't really all that funny when it was in the freaking Fairly Odd Parents, when Cosmo was pregnant with Poof. I'm not saying male pregnancy can't be funny, even though pregnancy is really not funny in general, to be honest. I mean, it could be if you got some good writers and some stuff, but it's just the episode just seems awful. Again, it's Henry Danger. Honest to God, what do I expect? Henry Danger is just not a good show to begin with whatsoever. So, yeah, but it's just no. Just 100% no. And I will be glad when the show is done. When the show is eventually finished. So, that's all I can really say about that. Jessica Schulman says, I heard from Clownfish Live. Oh, I also watched that channel as well. YouTube stream that they said their own daughter likes K-pop and kind of K-pop groups that their daughter likes. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure what that's in response to. But K-pop groups. I can't really get into K-pop, to be honest. Especially after the experience I had in the anime club that I went to in school, where we were in a smaller room than usual during lunch. And every time a new boy band came on, they had like a collection of like music videos. All the girls would just scream at the top of their lungs like it was a damn concert, and it was just like, it was awful. And I was like, I don't know if I can deal with this. So when I see how people are acting crazy for K-pop now, I'm like, I don't really listen to any of it. I don't really have any interest. It may be good, I don't know, but I don't really care for it, to be honest. So there's that. Leah Zeta says, I'm not joking. Is Nickelodeon really that money hungry for YouTube adaptations? Obviously, this isn't the first time they did this kind of thing. Remember, Fred? Yeah, I kind of talked about this in my last stream. I think it was last week I did it. But yeah, I talked about it, how like they were doing a lot of these like shows from YouTube videos. And it's just I mean, I can somewhat understand the business mindset behind it. Because, yeah, a lot of people are watching YouTube more than they're watching television shows right now. In terms of kids, granted. So I can understand why a network could say, hey, they're doing pretty well. Look at all this, look at all of the, Look at all of the views that they're generating from this one video. I think we could definitely do something pretty big with this show and bring it onto television. And we can, so from a business standpoint, I can totally understand where they're coming from. I get it. But at the same time, it's still very, very, very strange to me that they're doing this when it comes to that. But it's whatever, I guess. But it's, yeah. Emo Inuyasha responds to her or him, I guess. Says, you know what? I'm not surprised. That kind of stuff is what Nickelodeon is interested in nowadays. Live action turning YouTube successes into shows, that's BS. Again, from a business standpoint, I can somewhat understand what they're doing, but it is kind of strange. I do wish they were to try to go back into bringing us some more animated content, because for now, the only shows we have so far is SpongeBob, the two Loud House shows, the Loud House and the Casa Grandes, which I really haven't gotten around to checking out. Is it a good show? Is it just as good as the Loud House, or is it okay? It's not as good as the Loud House. Like, let me know, honestly, if any of you guys have seen it so far. But we have those three shows so far, and we also sometimes get Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which also seems like a good show as well. But other than that, we don't have a lot of animated shows, and it sucks. So it's it's interesting. Like, am I the only one that's honestly kind of noticed how, like, nowadays, especially, well, mainly with shows when it comes to like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and sometimes Disney Channel. Am I the only one that's kind of like noticed that we've had a whole lot less content being aired on these channels? Like, now they seem to only have like maybe 4 or 5 shows airing each day. Same goes for Cartoon Network. They have like maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 or 7 shows airing each day. Disney Channel has like probably sometimes less than that. you know, there's not really a crap ton of variety anymore. You know, I mean, yeah, we got different shows, but certain shows dominate more, and then it's this, and it's just strange to me. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's a little weird. Let's see here. Inuyasha says, and the fact that Emo Inuyasha says, and the fact that Nickelodeon still continues to give live action shows like this a new season tells me how fried their brains are. I guess they're talking about Henry Danger. I will have to defend him on one thing. Even though the show is god awful and it's terrible, the only reasons why they're giving Henry Danger and shows like this more seasons is mainly because it's mainly because of the ratings and the views. Because the show is still raking in a lot of ratings and viewerships and all that stuff, which in turn gets them a lot of money because now you got advertisers that, you know, basically, if you know how much money advertisers pay for like primetime shows or for almost any type of slot on these TV shows, it's a freaking a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So they make a ton of money based off of advertisements alone. And sometimes that depends on how many viewers they get. So if they get like millions of viewers, they get a whole lot more money from the advertisers because of all the viewership they got. It's insane, really. But because of that, that's exactly why Henry Danger and other shows like that have been getting more seasons. And it's why are able to watch. I can't really tell, to be honest. But I'll continue on, and if it's not, then whatever. Like, I'm just flipping frustrated with this crap. Anyway, but but like, yeah. So that's kind of why these shows. Okay, yeah, it's going. That's good. But yeah, that's kind of why these shows continue to get more seasons because you know. Because, you know, advertisement money and all that stuff, that's how they really gain money. And this is stuff that I just recently learned because I was, you know, kind of curious as to how much money these television networks make when they kind of do big events. Because here's another event. You guys probably have seen a couple, well, it's only one trailer so far, but you've probably seen it a couple of times during some of the commercial breaks on Nickelodeon. But Nickelodeon is going to be airing a broadcast of the SpongeBob musical that they had on Broadway. It's currently filming in London right now, and it's going to be airing sometime in December. So that's going to be very exciting. And I think I mentioned this before though, but when it comes on television, which is again sometime around December, highly recommend you guys go and see it. Highly recommend it. Like, that's kind of the only thing I can really say about it right now. But yeah, that's kind of why. But yeah, let me continue on some of these questions and comments and stuff. Didn't Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles get moved to Nicktoons? Honestly, I don't know. I haven't really watched the show in a while, so I kind of assumed it was still on Nickelodeon. I thought I saw it on Nickelodeon a couple of times, but maybe it was Nicktoons. One Mikey 19 says, hold on. Inlogated Muskrat says, to explain my comment about trade, it was just a joke I've done on that multiple live streams now, and I am just sharing random stuff and it means absolutely nothing. Okay, alright, let's see. So I guess you were kind of just being kind of silly or something. I understand, I got you. Even though you were talking about, like, a lot of stuff about the revolutionary stuff, and yeah. Don't worry, I definitely have been reading it. I, like, it may have seemed that I was just ignoring you. The only reason why I wasn't really reading it out loud, because, you know, it's not really, I guess, kind of related or somewhat, you know, relevant to the stream, if anything, or relevant to the stuff I'm talking about generally. But I definitely have been reading some of your comments on that, so don't, you know, so just wanted to let y'all know. One Mikey19 says, "What are your thoughts on the new cartoons announced for HBO Max?" I haven't really been following news about that, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's really airing there. So I might check that out at some point. It's possible. Um, elongated Muskrat says Infinity War was better than Endgame. Okay, I haven't seen any of those movies, so don't really have much to say about that. But if the I don't I don't know how to respond to that, to be honest. But yeah, Emo Inuyasha says, and I think it's because variety of different content is on the internet, such as Hulu, Netflix, YouTube Premium, or other live stream, which is the only way cartoons survive nowadays. I guess in a way that kind of it kind of makes sense, maybe. Not 100% sure, but maybe that's it. But, like, if they really want to... yeah, I guess I'm kind of starting to lose my voice right now, because I was yelling a lot when I was doing some of those, yeah. yeah, I'll try to finish this in, like, 7 minutes. But yeah, like, I was doing a lot of yelling or projecting when I was doing those performances in front of those kids at school. Again, working with them is not easy. You can shout out your voice that way. One of the actresses almost did. She couldn't really project anymore at the second video. Second video, the second, you know what I mean. But yeah. Jesus Christ. Your question is, do you have any advice when it comes to college campus classes? And that was Securus Alpha asking me that. No, because I haven't attended any college classes, so I don't really have any advice other than really pay attention and do your best. I guess that's the only thing I don't know. I wish I had advice for you, but unfortunately I do not. But I hope you do well and good luck on everything. Hopefully college does good for you. Hopefully you don't meet any of these very, very, very annoying far left liberal SJW type people, because those can ruin a college experience, I am pretty damn sure. So hopefully, or just don't meet up with any crazy people in general, but hopefully college does well for you. Elon Muskrat says, "You're a very underrated YouTuber and you should have more fame, if I am to be honest." Well, thank you very much for thinking that. Yeah, so thank you very much, honestly, truly, for thinking that. That does mean a lot. Because, I always kind of tend to wonder if I'm doing something wrong on YouTube, or if I'm doing mainly because, like, I do try to somewhat try to reach a different audience, which is kind of why I'm doing some of these Reddit videos, but those aren't getting the best amount of views, I'll be honest. But the like to dislike ratio is honestly, like, good enough for me, so I'm gonna continue doing those to an extent. Again, that's just a test though. But yeah, like, I'm not 100% sure how to really not share my channel, but how to grow my channel. So that's kind of something I am somewhat trying to do, but I don't know. But yeah, again, thank you so much for that comment. That really does mean a lot. There's only a couple of more comments here, so those will be the last ones. Also, for one Mikey19, I don't know if you meant to what am I trying to say? I don't know if you meant to send a link now, or if you were gonna do it a little later, but I don't have a link to the article that is on the HBO. And maybe, I don't know if it's because YouTube isn't allowing links to articles on I don't know, but I don't have a link to the article that you're talking about, so you could try to send it again. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but yeah. Northwestern Railway 66 says, "Good point. Yeah, I noticed it's always only 2 or 4 shows that get attention on these networks. Cartoon Network, Teen Titans Go, Steven Universe sometimes. Steven Universe, I wouldn't really, to be honest, I wouldn't really mention Steven Universe, as getting a lot. I mean, well, it does get some sort of attention on Cartoon Network, but that barely airs at all on Cartoon Network. So, yeah. Which is very strange. Like, I don't know why they do that. Like especially since it gets, it has a huge fan base and all that, even though fan base doesn't really necessarily equal viewership, granted, but I would think that, they would be airing a lot more Steven Universe, but interestingly enough, they're not. So that's it's weird, but who knows? But yeah, Teen Titans Go, definitely Amazing with a Gumball, which I don't know if I mentioned this before, but it's definitely interesting that for a show that ended this year, right? It's still airing a crap ton on Cartoon Network. Now, I'm not complaining about that, but notice how with some of the other shows that they've recently been airing that has recently ended, like say Regular Show, Adventure Time, OKKO, right? When those ended, you don't see them anymore on Cartoon Network. I haven't seen, well, I mean, you've seen a couple of Regular Show episodes recently with their Halloween specials, but that was it. You barely see any of Adventure. You don't even see Adventure Time on Cartoon Network at all anymore. You don't see OKKO. They finished their season, their series, and you don't see them air at all anymore. And so it's a little strange to me. I mean, now granted, I can understand somewhat of the reasoning behind why they're still airing a lot of Amazing with a Gumball, because Amazing with a Gumball still generated a crap ton of views on Cartoon Network, and I think it still does. So maybe that's why they're still airing a lot of episodes of Amazing with a Gumball on Cartoon Network. Um, that's my guess, honestly. Um, but yeah, other than that, all the other shows that recently just ended there. Now, I don't know if it's just because of that or if it's probably trying to give us a signal that maybe Amazing with a Gumball truly didn't end just yet. I mean, I don't know. We'll just see, but that's it is kind of strange how they do that. Um and then you said Nickelodeon, Loud House, and SpongeBob, and Disney Bunked. I watched like a couple of episodes of Bunked. It's awful, and I'm gonna. Okay, I should be ending it very soon though, but I'll end it in a couple of minutes. But I should try to get to some of these comments really quickly. But something that kind of stood out to me, interestingly, was like I was recently watching because Teen Nick still airs iCarly on TV, and they air Victorious sometimes. And something I've noticed, and this was also from like the first season of iCarly, was that when you see these characters and also when you see these actors, they legitimately are actually funny. Like they don't even try too hard to be funny. Like, you know what I mean? Like they somewhat, I won't say act naturally, but they don't overact in the show iCarly. I mean, sometimes they do, obviously, for more silliness, but a lot of times they don't. And it's interesting because when I see some of these sitcoms on Disney Channel nowadays, or even Nickelodeon nowadays, I see a lot of these kid actors, and not to blame the kid actors for this, by the way, because a lot of times it does have to do with the directors, because some of these kids are probably really great actors, and some of them probably are just terrible actors. You never know. But you see some of these actors on some of these newer shows now that are on Nickelodeon and on Disney Channel, and their acting is just bad. Like, sometimes it's very awkward, and sometimes the characters, or even the kids, well, not the kids themselves, but sometimes the characters are just very unlikable. Like, you can't really stand to watch them, and the acting just seems weird and all that stuff, But then again, when I watch a show like iCarly and I see how they were before, it's interesting to see how the acting is definitely different, and the actors were actually a whole lot more likable back then. I mean, not saying that the actors of iCarly are not likable now, but I'm saying like the characters and the kid characters and stuff like that, they were a whole lot more likable back then, and you can still watch the series in a way, and still have a good laugh at it. At least I still have a good laugh when I watch iCarly. Like, I still think the show is legitimately funny, you know. But you see some of the new ones, like Henry Danger, Game Shakers, again, Bunked, Bizarrevark, and ugh, it's just bad. Like, the acting is just not good anymore. It's just, you know, it's just strange to me. But yeah, but let me try to speed things up here because I do want to try to get things getting faster. Oh yeah, Northwestern Railway also mentioned and Raven's Home. That's right. I haven't really watched a lot of Raven's Home, to be honest. I should at least try to watch some episodes, you know. So I'm sure it's a good show. I mean, you kind of can't go wrong with That's So Raven. Jessica Shulman says, I got a J14 magazine and Quest Fest magazine, and both came with K-pop posters. I don't know why, and on Quest Quiz Fest magazine, they have a K-pop quiz in the Quiz Fest magazine and what teen celebrity magazines do. Okay, that's interesting. Not sure how to respond to that. Again, it's weird kind of like how big K-pop is nowadays. Like, you know, like, I mean, like, it didn't used to be big a few years ago or a couple of years ago, but now it's just skyrocketing. It's insane. The weird thing is, I haven't heard much about BTS in a while. Are they taking a break right now, or are they still doing stuff, or what? But I haven't heard anything about them in a while, and it's kind of interesting. I'm like, okay, sure. It's weird, but I don't know. Okay, so now we got a couple of last comments, and then I'm going to end the stream here. So Northwestern Railway 66 says, I mean, Steven Universe, the movie, aired without commercials, and they advertised it tremendously. When does that happen with their other show? Good point. That is a good point. They did, because they knew this was going to be a very big event. So yeah, that is true. But at the same time, you do have to admit, it is a little weird that for the movie, they were constantly, well, first of all, they were airing a lot of episodes leading up to the movie. And also, they were, as you were saying, advertising the living crap out of the movie and did it without commercials and all that stuff. But after that movie aired, we didn't really see any more advertisings about Steven Universe in general. We haven't really seen a lot of airings of Steven Universe at all either. So it's like, why exactly are they not airing Steven Universe as often as they used to before? They know it has a big following. They know it has a big audience. So why are they not advertising it or airing it as much anymore? That's just strange to me. I don't get it. But, I mean, I guess there's some sort of reasoning behind it. I wouldn't be able to find it, to be honest with you. I have no idea. But it's strange to me that for some reason they're not airing Steven Universe as much. I don't really watch a lot of Steven Universe anymore. I'm not really into the series that much anymore, so I could care less somewhat, but it's just a little weird that it's a big show for Cartoon Network, but they're not airing it that much. It makes me believe that when they eventually air their final season, right, which I don't know when that happens, and when that show ends, they may not air Steven Universe anymore until after that. That's kind of looks like where that's heading, to be honest. Okay. One Mikey19 says, not to mention, the laugh track on their teen sitcoms is annoying. Truly, it is. You know, like, it's, like, especially when it's, like, certain emotions they're trying to evoke, like where the audience is shocked or surprised or, you know, excited. It's always the same cheering, the same oohs, the same this every freaking time. You know, and it's like, you know, it's just dumb. Or one of the ones that really annoy me is Henry Danger. Every single goddamn time when Henry and what was his name? I don't know what his name is. Honestly, I really don't care. But Captain Man, every single time they change into their Captain Man and Kid Wonder, Kid Danger form, they always have the audience cheering every single time. And I'm like, it's not that freaking impressive, guys, for them to be cheering every single time. It's annoying. And almost every line they laugh, and it's like, oh, it's just stupid. You know, it's it's very very annoying. Jessica Shulman says, do you think that Teen Nick TV channel is dying? I don't think they've had any more new content for a while. So probably. I honestly don't know, but it seems like it's just a place where they air like old shows now. I don't know. Northwestern Railway 66 says, personally, I think Nikki, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn was the worst in the acting department. I have to agree. None of those kids were likable in that show whatsoever. You know, like, I don't know if you can really blame that. I think you have to blame the director for this. I mean, sometimes you can put some blame on the actors, of course, but a lot of times you also have to put the blame on the director because they're the ones that generally say, okay, great, but I want to see a little bit more of this. I want to see a bit more of that in your emotions. I want to see more of this, and yada yada yada. And so when a director says, yeah, this is good, you kind of have to blame the director sometimes. But yeah, the acting was not that good, and the characters were just unlikable. And then when you see that guy, I don't know his name, but the guy who currently I think plays the dad in the Loud House, I don't know his name, and he also played God, I'm blanking out right now, but he also played in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. When I saw him in that show, it was sad because he could have done way better. I'm glad he's in the Loud House now where he's doing pretty well. But Nikki, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn, no. Awful. And continuing, but I have nothing personal against the people though except creepy leftist Aiden Gallagher. Looks like, okay, I thought it was lagging a bit. You've talked to me about Aiden Gallagher, about how like he's talking about like he doesn't, I guess he doesn't like people who are not vegans or something like that. It's weird, I guess. I don't know what else to really say, but yeah. News, what a thrill with darkness and silence through the night. Okay. I don't know what that is. Is that a poem or something? I'm not sure. Emo Indiasha says, this reminds me of iCarly. Every time Freddy says, and we're clear, when they end their show, the live audience cheers a bit. Weird, eh? Yeah, it is kind of weird that they do kind of these things with the live track and all that stuff. One Mike 19 says, also blame the writers. They write the dialogue the actors say. You're terrible writers. Yeah, that's also good. Sometimes you can try as hard as you can. Trust me, I've been through this. Sometimes you can try as hard as you can, literally, to try to make something work. Like make a certain line of dialogue work, and you just can't cut it. it's just freaking true, Oof. You know what? That's gonna be the last question. That's going to be the last question from Cassandra Francisco, I guess. That's gonna be the last question I answer here. Okay. Jessica says, YouTube played a bit of BTS commercial before the YouTube video started. Might be seeing commercial before YouTube's video started. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I have ad blockers on, so I don't even know what kind of ads really air on YouTube anymore. Because, I'm tired of the ads. It's annoying. Can't say the same for the phone. I think they have an ad blockers for the phone as well, but I'm not really sure. But I really don't care all that much to try. But, yeah, so. Sadie just says, poop. Okay. I'm going to assume you mean people order our patties. So, that's that, I guess. Elongated Muskrat says, hey, I'm back. Glad you're back. I wish you came a little earlier because I'm about to end the stream right now. Who says, what's fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my eye for my life, not for honor, but for you. Okay, I'm still not 100% sure what's going on though, but guessing it's a poem or you're trolling. No idea. We'll see. Again, this is going to be the last question of the stream. Cassandra Francesco, I think that's how you say it, says, what do you think of this YouTuber named Nikado Avocado? To be 100% honest, I could do an entire freaking video about mukbang YouTubers. I literally can, but the only reason why I'm not doing this is because my editor, Alex, personally does not want to sit through all those videos of all these mukbangers eating and shoving food in their mouths. He doesn't want to sit through that. So honestly, like, I could make a video on that, but he doesn't really want to edit the videos, so I'm limited when it comes to that. But I honestly, I can't hate the guy. I mean, I can't really hate a lot of YouTubers except for Jake Paul, because Jake Paul's a piece of shit. But and certain other people like Onision and whatever. But Nikocado Avocado is definitely a very interesting case because the dude eats a crap ton of food, used to be skinny, a lot skinnier, and also admittedly looked a lot better that way too. And then he continues to get big. He continues to eat a lot of this food, gets big, and then he complains about why he's gotten so big or how it happened. I'm like, what do you think? You're eating all of this freaking food almost every single day on your YouTube channel, stuffing all that stuff in your face. Like, what do you expect? You know? And he cries so freaking often. I'm like, dude, what the hell are you crying about? Like, I don't know if it's real crying or if it's fake or whatever. I have no idea, but it's just insane. And also, just one more thing I want to say. Well, not even really about Nikocado Avocado, but about mukbangers. I am somewhat of a big guy, okay? Like, I'm not slim, as you can see. I'm not obese, but I'm not really slim. I'm somewhat husky, right? Tell me, how is it possible that people who are skinnier than me, that do these mukbang videos, how the hell do they stuff all of this food in their face and they can eat all of this stuff, and yet I get full after, say, eating a burger at Five Guys and some fries. Like, I can barely really make through it in one sitting. And you know how big Five Guys fries and how big Five Guys burgers are. You know, I can't eat a crap ton of food in one sitting. You know, like, I can't do it. But I see some of these people that are skinny. Not that I'm complaining about that, by the way. But I see some of these people that are skinny that just have, like, a big bowl of noodles or a big bowl of, like, all of these burgers and chicken and all that stuff and, like, a huge box of pizza. And it's like, you guys eat all of that in one sitting or eat a crap ton of it in one sitting. And I'm like, how do you do that? I just don't understand it. And also, why do some of these people, right? Because I've seen a couple of videos where you got somebody eating drumsticks. They pour all of this ranch, all this ranch on it, sometimes all of this cheese, sometimes all of this Alfredo sauce on it as well, which is kind of interesting, but maybe it tastes good. I don't know. And sometimes some of these people will literally put the entire drumstick in their mouth, twist the bone a little bit, and just pull out the bone, having all of that meat in their mouth in just one bite. How the hell is that possible? I definitely can't do it. Not even wanting to try to attempt to do that, but I have no idea how any of these people can. It's insane. It is literally insane to me. So, honestly, I could literally make an entire video about mukbangers and how strange they are and reacting to some of these videos. But again, my editor Alex does not want to sit through any of that. So, I wouldn't be able to do it. If you wanted to see me making a video about mukbangers, you are shit out of luck because he will refuse to edit a video like that. So, yeah. Northwestern Railway 66 says, personally, I think the adult sitcoms are better than kid sitcoms nowadays. The Goldbergs, for instance, has actual good writing. Yeah, because, you know, they're written by people who actually know how to write and actually know how to direct stuff. That's just, you know, that's generally a fact. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of strange, but it's also because it's dealing with more mature stuff and whatever, you know. Cassandra Francesco, I think, says mukbang has the worst drama next to Beauty Giro. Very true. You got a lot of people that try to call out other mukbangers for doing some of the same stuff that they do, and it's like, you guys are just shoving a bunch of freaking food in your faces. You're doing the same thing. Why complain? Or when you got them eating some weird stuff, and it's like, I don't get it. Anyway. And then DJ Electro 2000 says they must fast long enough before eating that much food. Maybe that actually would make a lot more sense. But when you see these people posting video after video after video after video almost every single day, it's like I still don't, unless, or maybe what they do is that they literally do not eat at all on that day, and that mukbang video, that's the only time they eat throughout the entire day. That's my guess, because other than that, that is way too much food, way too much calories, and especially when you see some of these people that are definitely overly obese, sometimes morbidly obese, and they do mukbang videos, I'm like, you literally, definitely should not be eating all that food. This is not me trying to be mean or whatever, but I'm just saying, you should definitely not be having all that food in your system. Like, God, it's insane. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm still getting a lot more comments here, but I am actually gonna have to end this stream right here. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Hold on, one of the worst YouTubers is Eat with Q or Gay or something. I don't think I've ever heard of that person before. Might check them out after I end the stream. I don't know. But again, thank you guys so much for watching the stream and joining me. It was technically a last minute stream and I almost made it to 2 hours, but yeah, it is what it is. But again, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to come out with a video this week, but it might be next week, so maybe look out for that one. Again, and I always really do like enjoying streaming with you guys, so hopefully I can do another stream very soon for you. And if there were a couple of questions I missed and all that stuff, I apologize and all that, but, you know, I'll try better next time or something like that, you know. But, yeah, so, whoops. Okay, there we go. So, again, thank you guys so much for enjoying the stream. Hope you guys have a good night. And until next time, I will see you guys later. And remember, you are hearing and watching it from a regular bunny in a regular world. Peace out. Thanks for watching.